People hike and people bike. Mountain biking gives you the best of both worlds. Get into it.
Welcome to Action Hound Media, the site and channel all about action. Life's boring, get some more action into your life. We are going to talk about mountain biking. I don't know if any of you do any mountain biking, but I have been an avid mountain biker for most of my life. I've kind of toned it down a little bit lately for certain reasons that I'll get into, but mostly because I have to do like videos all the time and really eats up a lot of my time, and the free time to go mountain biking has lessened tremendously. But anyway, why get into mountain biking? For one reason, it's very grueling as an activity. It's a calorie burner. If you run for an hour, you'll burn anywhere from 600 calories to 700 calories. If you mountain bike on really rugged trails, you're burning anywhere from 700 to 1,000 calories, all right? Also, when you run, I don't know about you, but I can only run for like a half hour, maybe hour tops. When I mountain bike, I go out for at least 2 hours. I'm doing like 2 hours of burning up calories, which is basically double that of running. So I would say like mountain biking is a very good calorie burning activity, and if you want to lose weight, it's a good thing to do. The other good reasons to mountain bike is you're in nature, all right? You're riding your bike, you're on trails, you're exploring. It's a totally different experience from any indoor kind of workout. You're engaging with nature. You know, sometimes it might rain or snow or the trails are sloppy or whatever. It adds that element of nature, weather, and that type of thing, which really makes it a great activity to engage in. And the other great thing about mountain biking is, well, you're using a mountain bike, so it's a mechanical thing. So if you're into fixing things, then you could tinker with your mountain bike and that type of thing. So it's also that aspect of it that makes mountain biking great. But how do you get into mountain biking? All right. Well, I would say first, you got to get a mountain bike. And I wouldn't say go out and buy one. Most people, maybe they could rent one. But I would say, try to find a friend who does mountain biking and borrow their bike. Go on a trail, see if you like it. Big thing is, you got to see if you like mountain biking, right? So go on some trails. If you're not into the rugged stuff, go on some rail trails. You could do that. But if you're into more of the more adventurous, rugged terrain with rocks and that sort of thing, then you got to get out into the trails and find some good local trails or whatever and explore, right? So there's different kinds of mountain bikes too. Here's my Santa Cruz Nomad. So you can see this has rear suspension and front suspension. So this is more for rugged type of terrain. But if you're riding only rail trails and flat stuff, all you really need is maybe the front shock. But for the rougher stuff, you're gonna need something like this. So this is like a trail bike, or they call it an enduro bike, either one. I got this about almost 20 years ago, so this has been through a lot. I really beat this bike up. The nice things about it, well, right now it has a DT Swiss front shock, Fox rear shock, and it's got about 6 to 6.5 inches of travel in it. I got a carbon fiber front wheel, it's a Crossmax, but the rear wheel is it has a Chris King hub with Stan's No Tubes rim on it. So this is a pretty light bike. This is like a 29-pound bike, and there's pretty good parts on this bike. So this was expensive. It cost me $5,000 when I initially got it about 20 years ago. It has 26-inch wheels. These wheels are 26-inch, so this is like the older format of bikes. It's got like a 3 chainring setup, so you have to have shifters for that. Also, the interesting story about this bike is once after riding in a trail, a friend of mine was driving and we put our bikes on the back. We're driving along a highway. He's going like 85 miles an hour. I turn around and my bike was gone. Actually, the bike flew off the rear of his car and was left on the road somewhere. And I'm like, where's my bike? We went back to find it, and some highway guy was putting it in his pickup truck. And I said, hey, that's my bike. So from that flying off my friend's car, actually, the frame was fine, strangely enough. Nothing happened to the frame. The front wheel was damaged, so I had to replace the front wheel and the front shock. Is why I have a DT Swiss shock in the front and a Crossmax wheel, so that's why there's a mismatch in the wheels. This has gone through a lot of stuff, and a couple of years ago, I bought another bike. I got this one. This is an Evil Insurgent, if you could check it out, right? Pretty interesting rear shock. This also has about 6.5 inches of travel in front and back. The interesting things about this is these are carbon fiber wheels. So they're Envy carbon fiber wheels, so they're lighter. It has a dropper post, so like if you're going downhill, you could drop the seat post down. when you get into the like rough sections and you need the post to go down. It's got a DVO front shock. This thing is great, very smooth. It's also about 6.5, 7 inches of travel. Magura disc brakes, and it's a carbon fiber frame. My Nomad was aluminum. So this one's I think 31 pounds about, but the upgrade from the previous bike is it's a 27.5-inch wheels, so the wheels have a larger diameter, which makes them roll faster and you cover more terrain than a smaller wheel. It has better suspension front and back. This bike offers a very, very smooth ride. This bike right here usually goes for about 8 to 10 grand. I got it from eBay for about 4 grand. Now I need to use it more. So what do you need when you go mountain biking, all right? Here's my pack. Of course you need a helmet. This is my helmet. This is a Bell helmet. The cool thing about this helmet is you could buy an attachment and put a face guard on this. So always, always, always wear a helmet when you're mountain biking. Even though you may think you don't fall, you could crash and hit your head, and that's it. Then you need some kind of backpack. So it's not a CamelBak, it's a High Sierra pack. So you need some kind of backpack to hold your water and your other tools. I'll tell you what tools I have. This bag's okay, it's got a lot of pockets. The only thing I don't like about it, it's got this flap, and the zippers keep getting caught in the flap, and it's really annoying. Also, when you go mountain biking, in terms of clothing, I would say wear a light waterproof shoe that's good for hiking, because sometimes you're gonna have to walk up hills and things like that, so you need something with traction, and if it gets muddy out, you need something that's waterproof. So a light hiking shoe that's waterproof is good. I wear high socks because you walk through stuff and things are hitting your legs and you get irritated and ticks and that type of thing. So wear high socks, wear like baggy shorts. And when I mountain bike, I always try to wear a long sleeve shirt, because I'm rubbing against all kinds of foliage and branches and bushes and whatnot, and you could get scraped up, thorns hitting your arms and things like that. Also, you got to wear gloves, okay? People say, why you wear gloves? There's a lot of vibration that gets transmitted through the bike into your hands, so you really have to wear gloves. Otherwise, your hands are going to get numb from riding, and when it gets cold out, of course you're going to want to wear gloves. Now, what's in the pack? It's got a reservoir in it, so you can put your water in there, but unless you want to carry a canteen or something like that, or a water bottle, but it has a reservoir in it, so that's the good thing about these things. Tire levers, a multi-tool. Here's another multi-tool. I don't know, I have a little tape in here. You never know when you could use tape, so I put tape in here. Usually I also put like snacks. So you got water and you got snacks, just in case you hit the wall, you need some energy, bring snacks. What I also bring is a tire pump, shock pump, all right? So you need those things. Spare tire is good, spare inner tube. So I got a few of those in here. I have a lock also, and some rope. And I would also carry a knife. Anytime you go into the woods, you should have a knife, all right? Just in case, you don't know what you're gonna confront. So that's what's in my pack. Some are saying, why don't you carry like a med kit or something like that? Don't usually think that that's necessary. I figure, the kind of injuries you have on the trail are like scrapes and cuts and things like that. And I don't know, you just cut a piece of your shirt off and cover it up. If you break a bone, you're screwed anyway. So, someone's got to help, make sure you have your phone so you can call for help. Some of the things I have, of course, is a phone for the navigation, so I could clock like how far I'm doing it, how long it takes me to do it. And I also wear some kind of eye protection, because you never know what's going to hit you in the face. On my last ride, I had the Meta glasses, which are great because, protects your eyes, and also you could videotape the trail, and you could stop and say, oh, Meta, what kind of tree is this? And do stuff like that. That's a little bit about mountain biking. I hope you get into it. I hope you try it. Maybe something that you really, really get into. Next, we're going to watch a video of my most recent trail riding experience. You're going to see me do a little bushwhacking. It wasn't such a great trail. Some bushwhacking, some single track, some fire road, a little downhill. And so you can get a feel of what mountain bike is all about. So check it out. Here we go. Peace. Here I am in a Torn Valley mountain biking trail that's gotten crazy overgrown. Bike's getting caught in all sorts of weeds. Oh my God. You gotta push through. No turning back now. Okay, this is good. Turns into some rocky single track. All right, just gonna do a little downhill, nice and easy. So, overgrown stuff. Yeah, and you also got to watch out for these branches that could hang up your bike. This is tall weeds and the rocks that you can't see. Be going up this, I don't know, like another mile and a half or whatever. About at the halfway point of the trail that I'm gonna go. This was the fire road and it's leading to this like gas line here. I mean, I could still go a little further, but you know, it's already over a little past 3 miles into the trail, so you know, it's good enough. I'm gonna turn around and then we're gonna hit this downhill and hopefully I don't crash. And this is basically downhill all the way through and through. Gets a little rocky over here. Also, too much of the camera view coming up this way, but this is a good section anyway.